See, as we do see these last couple of bands, you are correct with the clubhouse pick, though. We've got theme park to round it out, Tim.
Always difficult to predict a theme park pick. I'm happy with that as a starter.
All right. Band-wise, they are getting rid of the shields. We've seen Monty taken out, Clash has gone as well, Capital being removed. That one makes a bit more
in terms of time management.
Ooh, talking of a nightmare.
Off cameraman who knows exactly where he is, sneaking around. He knows he's in front of the jukebox. There he goes with the one tap and completely wastes
I don't think he'll actually have an opportunity to do too much here. It might roll reverse on the bullet as he peeks out through the window to do a dance of death, opening up those vertical angles, and it gets a bit hectic. Duds is stabbed by Cyber, takes a peek across, but can't get a clear-cut angle, can't cut down the competition, and instead it'll be Duds with, I believe, a 3K into the round. INTZ walking away, putting the score. He is holding strong for now. Alamau needs to swing on this if he wants the contact. Over, they actually go 1-for-1. M-King getting the frag onto Duds. Shotty locked and loaded and ready to pump him down. Swings wide, gets the first. Switches out to the sidearm as well with the SMG ready to roll. Oh, nitro toss, but it's not going to matter. He gets shot in the leg as he tucks back in. Wasn't fast enough to dodge his way out and goes down because of it. Getting another round in the bank for INTZ.
Certainly better for INTZ at this stage, but they haven't made any of those vital challenges that they'll need to yet. But just as I say that once again, it's as if
start off the round. It's also another time where he's just given these free frags for nothing, basically. No rebuttals, peeking every angle. Whereas tonight, he's been put to bed countless times. Cameraman attempts to run amok, though. Be able to do. Switching back over to Souls. He's the one that gets pushed first. Caught with his pants around his ankles as he's dropping out the smoke grenade. Not the right time to make the move.
You always like to paint a picture that there's a chance, but not with the angles being held. Steps into the line of sight of Vitz and is shut down summarily from the motor door. That's going to be another round going to INTZ, and this time they've taken the stronghold as well.
Both Souls and Bullet watching the angle and just unleashing round after round. Good, he's nearly dead. Duds with a follow-up frag. Vitz coming in, somehow switching to the SMG, but he gets sent off.
On super low health, one bullet away from death. Cameraman comes in and he will get his shot. Cameraman out here as he comes around this doorway. He knows he's there, he can see the arm. He takes the shot. Can he get the second?
What?
There's a pop. A jack in the box. Up and down he goes for the gadget, but it's the
on their way into the site relatively soon, and they do just that. M-King getting another frag. Here comes Cyber. Thrashing and dashing, but Alamau's ready for the backstab. Flicks around and shuts down Bullet. Smoke cans going out. Holding strong, but as he peeks in, M-King gets another critical kill. M-King right now is the only one performing for MIBR. It feels like he's the bread and butter of the team.
Great round just to change up his angle of attack. Damage will go down onto Cyber, and how about that for a drop shot from...
Ooh. Oh man, INTZ.
Out go the lifeline concussion grenades just to try and gain any advantage possible for MIBR, but Drunks, he starts the late round with a kill onto Cyber, and then they start to rain in. A second for Drunks as we find ourselves 3 versus 1, shut down by INTZ as the time runs dry. And that
his face coming up the stairway. Oh, he had to come off the magnet for so long. Once again, it's the same peak, the same angle, and Souls of INTZ. Vitz panicking a little bit as the drone will get right up in his face. VNX coming in with a kill of his own. Close contact, not found. Peeks back towards the stairway, but he's been stunned. All down to 1 now. VNX, the quality of the round. If he wants to gun them down, the peak was perfect, but he doesn't land the shot onto the second.
Jump out, doesn't have a C4, can only go in through the window. Manages to get one onto VNX. Surely he's going to be shut down. Keeps bouncing on and off, gets one. That's an unbelievable headshot. Can he get himself another? Surely he can. He's going to move round. Has he got time? Yes, surely. This is going to be an absolute fraction of a second, but I'm certain it was just before the 7-second mark, and that is an unbelievable...
Where he literally just vaults himself in through the window, slaughters the man on the ground that I thought he was going to step on, let alone shoot. Oh, that was so nicely played. One more map, and we get the 2-0. That's what's going to be going through the minds of INTZ. I can't imagine what's going to be going through the mind of Jake.
What INTZ are doing is taking names right now. Taking names and cracking skulls. Jackie as Alemo comes in with the second.
Oh, mate! This is going to be a flawless round. And let me tell you this, M-King's the only one left. They're peeking him from every opportunity. They're jumping out, and technically it's a flawless round. They don't finish him. He only got downed. Oh, that's a nightmare. That is a horrendous way to start off the second map after what? In a 1v4. Close range combat 1 on the initial encounter. Bullet gets slain. at this point in time. The close shot misses! He gets the flick around! How on earth has he bludgeoned that man? A 1v2 now, backstab, but it's not meant to be! Souls with the AK.
Trying to play through angles on soft walls now, INTZ, but with no success. Cameraman, he will find themselves now in a 4 versus 1. It was only a matter of time. It will be M-King. Good spread of kills around the team there, and starting to like a little bit more what I see from MIBR here.
Slit open is unfortunately going to be Cyber as Nomad gets gunned down, but there's the trade back. Vitz after shot. In close quarters combat. Drunks will suffer the same fate, unfortunately. Able to shut down another man towards Arcade. He would have made their lives so much easier, but as he peeks in with a close contact, this now sets up Vitz to get himself a 2k. Oh, Tim, they're just fragging out into the round. It's a 4-on-1, and the one is M-King. Cali, with nearly no HP, but still an SMG. Won't matter as the Nitro comes flying through the air, though. And he's a lot to play for in this one, Tim. Let's see who's going to be able to clutch it out. It decides if it's going to be a 4-2 split or a 3-3 at the half. The pistol prowess coming out from Drunks as he pistol whips Cameraman in the side of the head, taking out his temple, peeking in, but not winning out in the close encounter against Souls that will throw the clip in the AK and slay.
MIBR taking a 4-2 lead coming into the half. A certain...
And it was on the Sonic law. And just, oh, hello.
Under a desk there. He's just waiting for his opportunity to get himself into the round with a nice cheeky backstab. But VNX is going to take bullet right on flanks. He just gets up and aggressive and gets them shut down. And this is all going in the direction of INTZ right now with Speed as they come down that big downhill. Now, M-King, he manages to apply some brakes, but only very momentarily. The Drunks and Vitz follow up with one apiece. And that's going to be round number 7 going to INTZ.
All right.
And get ready to fight another day, and that's exactly what Cameraman does with a kill onto Drunks. VNX is down, he gets himself a second. Bullet joins in on the party, and that's a quick 3k from Bullet and Cameraman to finish off round 8. MIBR stretching their legs, extending their lead once again, 5-3 now, and they are rocketing towards a round that will be unavailable if he manages to get taken out. Now, Alemo going strong once again, hitting the shots on
sight to punish him, and they have Cyber sneaking up in the rear as long as they can create a distraction. They can't cut off the head of the first man. The Hydra's holding back the wave. Duds lurking through the window, gets an execution, but you need to push now. You have to grab the diffuser and get it down, and they can't. They've got 1 second left. It's done. MIBR get themselves a 6th.
MIBR guaranteeing the draw here on Theme Park, and that was a solid defense, as you say. Good early round progress made to apply some pressure to the arcade stairs. We'll get a kill onto Duds, and he's backed up immediately by Cameraman, and all of a sudden in a quick flip we find ourselves 2 versus 3. MIBR though as the last man pushes in and is shut down. Cameraman it will be to get the final kill, and that is going to be overall a draw between MIBR and INTZ. And you've got to argue, Jackie, a fair result given that
but they were taken to the cleaners on it today. However, the same cannot be said about what we've just seen here on Theme Park. Definitely a resurgence, and I think a lot of that goes over to players. Here he is now, Cameraman. Hey, brother, how you doing?
Good, and you guys?
Yeah, good, man. Better off the back of that one. I can imagine you probably feel a little bit better off the back of the second map as well.
Yeah, we played a really bad clubhouse. Even though the last round was a 4v1, we struggled a little bit. But we resetted and tried to forget about the first map and play a good second map.
You mentioned the 4 versus 1 there. Obviously a great play from VNX, you know, we have to say that. But how did that impact you guys as a team? Because on the face of it, you think maybe it's obviously hard to take, but did it fire you up going into Theme Park?
Yeah, like that was tough for us, but besides that, we played like 5 against 3 because me and Cyber, we were countered like all rounds. They knew what we gonna do, and we couldn't do like a good game, a good map in Clubhouse, but like they play really good. They had a really good aim today. Alemão and other players, VNX, Duds in the first map, and I think they're just clicking heads and countering us a little bit, and that made things harder for us.
Well, whilst we're on the subject of Clubhouse to start off with, that's actually one of the things I wanted to ask you about. Because obviously, Cyber's playstyle normally on Clubhouse when he's on defense, it feels very aggressive. We see a lot of those peaks coming out. He's normally able to find himself those early entry frags. Whereas every time he'd attempt to go for it in this match, it felt like he was just smacked out of sorts every round. It worked on the opening round before we had the rehost, and then never again. Is that, do you feel like basically you've just been anti-strat coming into it then?
INTZ were expecting us to be aggressive, and we were aggressive on the first 3 rounds, and we noticed that they weren't doing anything. They were just like aiming still, holding angles, and and but that was too late for us. We had a really bad defense half, and that made things harder for us. Even though we played good attacks, in my opinion, we lost 4v1, but besides that, we had good attacks, but our defenses made the game harder for us.
On Theme Park, it looked like INTZ were just playing with a lot less information. You caught them out quite a few times where they just weren't expecting men to be. Do you think maybe the fact that you haven't played Theme Park yet and there was a bit less information available for them to prepare before, that helped you?
Of course. INTZ and Black Dragons, they are known to be teams that counter strategies of the other teams. And we knew that we gonna struggle. We were about to struggle Clubhouse because we had recent matches, recent VODs for them to watch, and we knew that. Well, I was pretty shocked when they left Theme Park open because they're afraid of our theme park here in Brazil, and like INTZ said, like we have the best theme park in Brazil, and I thought that they would ban this map, and when they banned Cafe, we were like, okay, so now what do we pick? We pick Oregon or we pick theme park? We knew that they would probably set some counter plays on theme park, but that didn't happen because we didn't show a lot of strategies on VODs and stuff, and we chose to pick theme park, and that was a good pick from us.
Right, yeah, I mean, it certainly paid off, right? It looked like it was one of the best theme parks in Brazil with how it went off the back of that second round forward. It just seemed like you picked up momentum. Before we let you go, though, and you give you some time to catch your breath a little bit, cameraman, we've been speaking to you a lot recently, but is there anything you want to say, of course, to any of the fans out there that have been bringing the ruckus and support in MIBR?
Yeah, I want to say sorry for all of these results. Wasn't the expected, of course, but I think we can turn things up and have and maybe sleep today on top 4. Yeah. No,
All right.
hopefully.
Hope so,
Thank you.
man. Yeah, it's good to speak to you, brother. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and hopefully we'll chat to you again soon, cameraman.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, man.